Hey you guys, welcome back to the second channel where it is 95 degrees out and we're doing another fast-paced electric bike review video. This one on the ORAIMO TRCKER 100. So this steel frame beefy little cargo bike has an advertised capacity of 550 pounds. It's got dual 10.4 amp hour batteries, and the charger comes with is a 4 amp charger. So they advertise 3 hours till fully charged on those. You can see it's got front suspension, disc brakes on the front and rear, which are actuated by cables, a very heavy duty looking rack, and it's nice that it's made out of steel because then you can easily weld things to it, attachments, whatever you want. The advertised range on this is 45 to 65 miles on pure electric, no pedaling. You'll notice it does not have any gears, it's just one single speed, and it does have a little chain tensioner on there. On these batteries, you can very easily remove them using the key. However, they do have separate keys for each of them. And then here's a little battery meter showing if you're juiced up. I got these both fully charged. There's the charge port. And I like that you can turn the battery on or off. So if you want to run just one, go your full trip, and then turn the other one on to get back home. Now you'll notice this bike is all assembled, and that's because it was a breeze. You know, it's just pedals, handlebars, front wheel. They did do a video on their website, so I'll drop that down below. And it did come packaged very well. Didn't find any damage at all. I like that it comes with fenders on the front and rear. And then the display on it, you can see it's a very simple system. You just hold that to turn it on. It doesn't show you miles per hour or anything. If you press all the way down, I don't know how well you can see this, but minus it down, it doesn't have any power assist. You just pedal it like so, and you can go all the way up to assist 5. It also shows your power up on top. Right now we got 5 bars, and it has a twist throttle. There's its max speed, 20 miles an hour. Doesn't look too quick. I don't know if this one can be unlocked. You know, some of the ones with the digital displays can, but not sure about this one. It did come with a warranty card, owner's manual, and all the tools that we needed to assemble it. You'll notice it doesn't have a side stand, it just has a little center stand. I'll push that forward to kick off, and you know, to put it up and roll her back and kick it down. One hand, no problem. This is the seat at its max height. You of course can adjust its angle as well, but here's what I look like hopping on it. 6'3", 180 pounds. You know, you're getting pretty good stroke out of the leg there. That feels nice. Oh yeah, all right. I think I'm gonna head to Asbury Park with this and do some kind of a ride. We'll see how the range is and if I have any complaints. And the ride starts now. We're parked here at Asbury Park. You can see I have put a milk crate on the back, zip tied it. So it's probably another 35, 40 pounds in the backpack. So with no assist, you can lug this right along. You know, it's got the fat tires. These are 4-inch by 20-inch, but relatively low rolling resistance. Pumped them up to 20 psi, and this is I'd call this your max cruise. Again, you have no gears, so there's what you're rotating. You know, like a mini car show going on. This guy's got a sweet Mark 7. Yeah. Nice Mark 7, man. Thank you, man. So if we juice her, there's speed 1. Kicks in nice and smooth. 2, 3. I'm just gonna ride this in 5 the whole time. Whoo, that takes off in 5. You got some torque. Brakes, you know, they work good, but nothing like what you're gonna get with hydraulic brakes. You gotta squeeze them pretty good. And oh yeah, so when you start to pedal, I mean, it's an on-off switch. Like, I don't know how well you can see this. If you start to go, rotate a little bit, it just takes off on speed 5. It's quite literally an on-off switch, and then it shuts off pretty abruptly when you stop pedaling. This does not have brake lights, but it does have a switch on the brakes. So if you're holding the throttle or it's stuck on, you hit the brakes, it does cut the power to the motor. This convention hall down here is pretty neat looking. I think it was built in the 1920s. And I'm sure you're not supposed to ride a bicycle through it, but looks fine to me. Cruising right along now, just exited Asbury Park, and we're in Deal, New Jersey, which, what's the deal here? These houses and properties are incredible looking. It was a big transition over just one block. And you can see GPS, a true 19 to 20 mile an hour, fluctuating between the two. All I'm doing right now, we're on speed 5. The whole deck just kind of rotating my legs. Ooh, you see that right there? It actually went into a slight speed wobble. Check it out if I let go. So some of these small tire bikes can do this. Well, if I just give it a little wiggle here, see that? It's getting worse and worse. Well, that'll keep going until it ends up throwing you off the bike. It could be because I have a bunch of weight on the back and we got the dual batteries in the backpack. But just keep your hands on the bars and you'll be okay, right? Now at this 20 mile an hour, if I wanted to apply some pedal authority and save battery, I mean, that's how fast you gotta go. So it's not practical. I'm barely keeping up there. We're gonna be just riding throttle this whole time, no pedaling unless maybe we hit a steep hill, which I don't think we will since we're at the Jersey Shore. Like, get a load of some of these places. Okay. I feel like we're in Beverly Hills or something. Look at that one. It's wild. There's a blockade. Oh, that was a bunch of glass we just hit. So that'll be a good test on the tire. I like how, as fancy as these houses are, there's still public parking on the streets that lead up to the beach though. It's nice. I'm just messing around with these pedal assist modes. On speed 1 it does about 11 mile an hour. Speed 2, 14 mile an hour. Speed 3 at 16. Speed 4, 18 mile an hour. And speed 5, that true 20 miles per hour. We did just roll over 10 miles and we're still showing 4 bars on the battery. Only running 1 battery right now. Now entering Seabright. And along this road is just a big seawall. That is nice. And we're now leaving all of the residential. There's got an ocean view again. Gateway National Recreation Area, Sandy Hook. No fees because we're past Labor Day. Goes the Coast Guard. And I tell you, this is just a real treat. Nice relaxing day. And I've never been to Sandy Hook, but this Gateway National Recreation Area seems pretty sweet. Killing our range a little bit, but it's totally doable. Look at that. No problem at all. So the salt water's real good for it. Not trying to get her too salty. We'll have to hose it down later. You can see New York City off in the distance. I tell you, past Labor Day is just the best time to come to the beach. And, you know, got to be real careful going across the sand because that front wheel likes to just start digging in and you got to counteract it real quick. Otherwise, we're going down. As you can see, plenty of power to motor through this. And I mean, it's digging pretty hard. According to this map, directly behind me is one of the Nike missile launch sites, NY56. Well, we're still showing 2 bars. I guess we'll continue on down. See how far we make it. Oh, look at that. We're passing the front side of this missile site. Nike missile? I think I'm saying that right. Said like the shoe brand. Looks like it hasn't been used since the 50s or 60s. I don't know. And we have made it to Fort Hancock. Guys, this is awesome. Wow, looks like they're rehabbing all these too. You know, well-built buildings, we'll call them. You got a cannon right there. I wonder if these were, I guess, barracks, residences? I don't know. Passing these old concrete fortresses. So neat looking. Oh man, I'd love to go climbing through there. And we're at the end of this road, trail, whatever, and yep, flashing on the 1 bar down there. at 13 mile an hour, losing speed steadily. So I think this is going to be our turnaround. Defending American harbors. Sandy Hook has been fortified to defend New York Harbor for more than 2 centuries. So we got a total of 23.5 miles off that single battery, and that's pretty decent. So I'm going to switch that one off, and now switch our second battery on, fire it up, and look at that, 5 bars, good to go, back to Asbury Park. Oh yeah, full power, full tilt, baby. And we are out of juice. I even tried firing back up the original battery, which got us a little bit further, but we're at 40.1 miles, so gonna have to pedal about 2 or 3 miles. Now, I think one of the reasons we didn't get quite as good a range was big headwind the whole time, especially back there in Sandy Hook, so that just really sucked the juice out of it. But not bad, you know, not a bad range at all. We have made it back to Asbury Park. Feels good. I get a nice workout. I'm gonna take a quick breather, enjoy the weather. And back home, ready to close out on this Trekker 100. I'd have to say a big thumbs up overall. Few complaints would be the lack of the headlight and tail light, unacceptable. We have the power there, why not add that feature? While the center stand worked fine, I do prefer a kickstand. You guys saw the bars get some head shake when I let go after hitting a bump or so, but I found that to be pretty normal with this style frame where they don't have a crossover tube, and also with the smaller wheels, it seems to be common that that can happen. I do like that this frame is made out of steel, because if you ever have to do a repair, it's just so much easier than having an aluminum frame. And I didn't show you, but it does have this mount up here for if you want to put a basket or a rack on there. I'm sure they have other accessories for this bike. I did really like that it has both the batteries pre-wired, so you don't even have to swap out or nothing, just ready to go. Definitely got decent range, 40 miles out of this, riding full tilt into a headwind, going across the sand, all the above. It performed very well. Comfort wise, I loved this cushy seat. Didn't get a sore butt at all, and the grips super comfortable when they have these little extensions on there so you can rest your palm, you don't get fatigue. I did forget to mention on these batteries, it took a few hours to charge each, but you do have to juice them up individually. And I mean, the fact that it came with a 4 amp charger, that's awesome, because most of these bikes only come with like a 2 or a 2.5. So that's my overall opinion on this bike. Hopefully you enjoyed the ride or learned a couple things about this if you're in the market for an e-bike. I will drop a link to it down below in case you want to check them out and current pricing. And otherwise, I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully see you in another video very soon. And a shot of the goose man. I know you didn't get to hang out in this video, huh, buddy? He did get a little present from the beach though, this piece of driftwood, but I have to keep taking it away because I don't know if he's trying to eat it or what. And you can see he's making a big old mess, but he likes a stick.